Morning guys, this is Bob, 60 degrees below zero for 60degreev6.com. I'm shooting a video on the subject of banana equivalent dose. And the original topic had to do with the fact that bananas apparently come with their own level of radioactivity, and as you eat them you accumulate a certain amount of radiation exposure, believe it or not. And this prompted a fairly lively discussion on the 60degreev6.com site concerning the subject of radioactivity, Chernobyl, Fukushima, and in my case, more prominently and more recently, the subject of the Crystal River nuclear plant that's been shut down because of cracks in the containment wall. But anyway, the conversation that I had with Brad and on the subject of radioactivity prompted me to just make a quick check on eBay to see if I could find a Geiger counter without having to build one or invent one or call it the Franken Geiger or any other nonsense like that. And I ran across this Universal Atomics CDV-700 model number 4, which is the fourth of 6 generations of this Geiger counter, and it was being listed at a very low price of about 38 bucks or so, and according to the seller it was an operational one, which is very unusual to find. So anyhow, I took a chance on it and decided I would bid on it, and I won it. All told, I think I spent about 44 bucks on it. It is a true Geiger counter, not like the CDV-715s, which are being sold as Geiger counters, but which really are gamma ray radiation detectors on a grand scale, like if a nuclear bomb is dropped. This is a true Geiger counter, and I'm going to demonstrate that the one that I got apparently works. The window that I'm opening here on the side of this nickel-plated steel tube holder, there's a sensitive tube in there, a Geiger-Müller tube, that basically when the radioactive radiation goes through the tube, it induces an electrical pulse that goes into the box, and then the box decodes it and it shows up on the meter as individual radioactive pulses. And also there's an audio pickup on this microphone, or I'm sorry, headset. It's like a little crystal headset. And so we're going to test it out and see if it works. What I have here are some radioactive uranium oxide pellets, hopefully a low dosage of radiation, and I have a banana here which we're going to check out too to see if the meter will pick up any radiation from it. But first things first, I'm going to turn the, it has 4 settings apparently, times 1, times 10, and times 100, and of course the last 4th setting is off. So I'm switching it on, and you can see the meter jumping there. And basically the radiation detector in this is going to pick up background radiation. Occasionally the meter is going to jump, and that's because, as Brad said, there's ambient radiation in the background coming from outer space and so forth, and from local sources as well. Could be anything. But anyway, this device is designed to pick up gamma and beta radiation, and when you open up the little window here, it becomes more sensitive to beta radiation. So I'm going to put the meter next to these uranium oxide pellets down here, and we're going to look at the meter, and as you can see, the meter is jumping. I'm going to lay these pellets over the window so that I can use my other hand to see if we can pick up the sound coming out of the... You can see it's jumping pretty good. See if we can pick up any sound coming out of the headset here. You have to get pretty close to it, so I'm hoping that the audio will pick up here as it clicks. I'll have to play the tape back to see. Anyway, it gives every so often it jumps to about 1 milliroentgen per hour, a fairly low dose of radiation, and I'll show how it's jumping over here. I wish that I had one of the external things that you plug in down here for the phone pickup, and it amplifies the sound so that you can actually hear it clicking like they do in the movies. I'm holding this up closer to it now, and you can see it. The closer I get the radioactive source to the window, the more clicks we get and the more reactive the meter is. So this thing is probably 50 or 60 years old now, and it still works. You'll see from the still photos that I'm going to post out there on my photo bucket. Yeah, that's pretty active. You're going to see from the still photos, I've taken everything apart so you can see what the inside of this device looks like. If you can get your hands on one of these for the price I paid for it, buy it. Especially if it's working. There's a lot of them aren't working because the batteries went bad and the acid ate up everything inside them. Of course, the electronics after 50 years are going to get a little sketchy, but this damn thing works good. And I can hear the clicks as it clicks into the headset. So every component of it functions, and I'm very happy about that. I doubt I'd be able to get a replacement Geiger Mueller tube for something this old. But anyway, it's nice that for the cheap amount of money I paid for it, that the damn thing actually measures radiation. Alright, well that's so much for the uranium oxide pellets. Let's try a banana. See if we can pick up anything from a banana. Now banana probably is only shooting alpha particles out of it. There's alpha particles, beta particles, and it is. How about that? I'm getting a slight reading on it. It's fairly constant at a low level, and every once in a while it jumps up, and I'm pointed right at the banana, so it's not a myth. Bananas are radioactive. Look at that. Hang on a minute. I want to move make sure I'm not getting some stray explosions out of that subatomic particles coming out of the. Look at that. A banana is radioactive. I'll be damned. Okay, well, that's a pretty good test. I'll turn this device off now. Anyway, I thought you guys would want to see that if you poke around on eBay, you might be able to get your hands on one of these things for not too much bread. Do not go after the CDV 715s. They're being sold for less money as Geiger counters. They're not Geiger counters. This is a true Geiger counter. Those CD 715s are only designed to pick up extremely high radiation levels from gamma radiation, such as post-nuclear war kind of stuff. And all they do is they just give you a general area that's totally radioactive. When you point it out there, the meter goes crazy. This will sense low levels of radiation and high levels of radiation too, where you can actually run this over your food or the environment and see if you're picking up anything. You'll walk around your house, look for radon and stuff like that. But anyway, an interesting little toy, and it might come handy in the worst case scenario. Okay, this is Bob, 60 degrees below zero for 60degreev6.com. See ya.